Hey, this video is probably going to be pretty quick, but I wanted to show you how to handle graceful shutdowns with your Go application. I know this isn't Zig. We've been doing a lot of Zig lately. I've got a project that I kicked off that is in Go, and I'll probably talk more about it. If you're here for the Zig, don't worry, there will be more Zig. But this is something that's pretty important. So if you were to shut down your application without gracefully shutting down, you might drop connections. You might fail to finish an incoming HTTP request, like you might not write a response for it. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. And in the case of the project I'm working on, I have a game server that I'm running, and it processes things on a tick basis. So every couple seconds, there's a tick, and then it processes a bunch of events. It's actually pretty neat, and I'm hoping to talk more about it in future videos. But the part that I really want to show you today, let's pull that up. The part that I really want to show you today is handling the interruption signal and the terminate signal. So these are SigInt and SigTerm, respectively. And the way that you actually handle this is really straightforward. So we can create a new channel in Go, and the type that we're going to use is an OS signal. And I'm just going to set this to 1. So we're going to make it a buffered channel, and it's only going to hold one event. All we really need is 1 in our case. However, if you're wanting to do things with other signals, you might actually, like SigInfo, for example, you might want to buffer this with more than 1, or you might not want to buffer at all. You might just want to make it a full-fledged, fully open channel. Either way, in our case, we can use signal.notify, and then we pass it the channel. And whenever our Go application receives these signals, it will write them to the channel. So what we can do here is pass SigInt and SigTerm. There's some other stuff going on here that is unrelated to this, so we're going to skip down a little bit. Right here is the part that's important. So I'm essentially waiting on this channel, and I'm waiting for an event to come through this channel, and then I'm going to do some stuff. This is your cleanup logic. So for example, I'm canceling the context that I'm working with. My tick engine has a context. If I cancel that, the tick engine can stop processing things gracefully and shut down. I don't end up terminating my server, for example, in the middle of a transaction or something that could be in a really bad spot. I guess a transaction's not that bad, but maybe a non-transaction in SQL, but something that needs to sequentially happen that arguably probably should be a transaction. Anyways, the point is that we're not terminating our application in the middle of it doing something important. And this is really it. This is all you have to do. So I have a sleep here. This is probably not necessary, or it doesn't need to be 3 seconds. And then I'm printing goodbye. So the thing I want to show you, I don't have Docker up and running for this project. So you're gonna see some errors here. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a SigInt. So we see shutting down, tick engine stopping, 2, 3, and then we get that goodbye. So we have an opportunity for our code to do things. And maybe you're canceling here. You might want to disconnect from the DB gracefully. There's a ton of different things you might want to do in these scenarios. But the key thing here is that when someone gives you a SigInt or a SigTerm, you probably don't want to stop what you're doing immediately and terminate. So this is a way to handle that gracefully, and hopefully you can build more resilient and robust applications by following this pattern. Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you, and have a great day.